Man, if this doesn't get you excited about your retirement plan, I don't know what else would, man. I mean, what time is it right now? 10:50. So for the last 1, 2, 3 hours, with 2 walks. Oh boy, here comes somebody. The minute I start talking, Pablo's like, oh, come here. Okay, okay. I've been working on a spreadsheet, and I mean, I've worked on it last night. I've worked on it for more than 3 hours, but this morning I've been working on this because for some reason I was having a hard time, but I got it. Anyway, check this out, dudes. All right, this is from the Consumer Expenditure Survey, the BLS reports. Come here. All right. And I just want to show you guys something. All right, so what we're doing here is we're using a household that's 45 to 54 in 1989. They increased by 10 years. So in 1999, they're 55 to 64. They increased 10 years, and in 2009, they're 65 to 74, and then in 2009, they're over 75 years old. I got Growly McGee here. Okay. Wow, we've already been not one but 2 walks. He's already pooped twice. He's still not happy. This guy. I'm scratching with my feet right now. All right. So that's what's happening here. And the reason we want to do this is because we want to show the longitudinal, whatever that is for data set. So we're basically saying it's not Joe Smith, Joe and Mary Smith, but it's thousands upon thousands of samples of actual consumer units, i.e. households essentially. And they were using thousands upon thousands and using this and saying, okay, so all these guys are going from 45 to 54 10 years later. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, it shows you what their expenditures are over those 30 years time from 1989 to 2019. And we're going to show you here. So what you see here is we got insurance and pensions, entertainment, healthcare, transportation, apparel, utilities, housing, and food. And what you're going to see here is insurance and pensions, how much they put into their Social Security, essentially. What's their taxes that they're putting into Social Security? Well, you can see it drops significantly because they no longer work where they don't have to put money into Social Security. Entertainment stays pretty flat right there. Now, we're going to go into this deeper here in just a second. The healthcare, you can see that's that one right there. It goes up significantly. Look at that, significantly. Healthcare does. Transportation goes down significantly. Pretty interesting. Apparel goes down significantly. Pretty interesting. What's this guy right here? Utilities go up significantly. Housing stays pretty much flat. Interesting. Now hang in there because there's a reason for why this is so important. Food goes down, not significantly, but it does go down. Well, the reason for that is because a household here is, well, let me just show you. So we're gonna come over here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna save this guy. Hold on a sec. You can see from 1989, the actual spending in 1989 dollars was $36,000 for these people who are 45 to 54. All right, of that, 5,000 went to food. 4,000 went to housing. 2,000 went to utilities. Transportation is a big one. $7,800 went to transportation. 2,000 to entertainment. Almost 4,000 is what they're putting away into insurance and pensions, Social Security, 401k contributions, and whatnot. And that's in 1989 dollars. All right. Fast forward to 30 years, and their expenditures are $42,000 once they're 75 and above, in 2019 dollars. So basically, they increased their spending in actual inflated dollars by $6,000. So literally, we're using 1989 dollars, we're using 2019 dollars, and their spending was only $6,000 more from 2019 dollars than it was in 1989. I hope that makes sense. In actual dollars spent. What about inflation? That's exactly it. That is exactly it. About inflation. They are using 2019 dollars, these people who are over 75, and spending on their household $42,000. 30 years earlier, they were using $36,000 in 1989 dollars. I hope that makes sense. Isn't that crazy? So we can see their expenditures in 1989 went from 36 to 39,000 in 1999. That is inflated. That is inflated. That is with inflation. 2009 is when they spent the most. Why? Because that's when they're in their, what's 55 to 64, 65 to 74. That's what it was. But it's not that much more than right here. So these are the primo spending years, right? These 2 decades, 55 to 74 is what it is. And you can see food, housing. Housing went up from 3,900 to 5,300. Why? Because of property tax, utilities. But the interesting thing is interest payments went way down. So as their mortgages paid off, the amount of money they spent on their housing was basically was dropped significantly, other than property tax and utilities going up. And here you can see utilities. Well, I guess utilities is, I separated, excuse me. Utilities went up from 2,200 to 3,500. So basically a 50% increase in utilities. Apparel, as you get older, you're just not going to, look, this is the same t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to buy that much new clothes as you get older. Transportation went way down. Why? Because they're not driving back and forth. They're not. And the interesting thing about transportation is if you actually look at what the transportation is, vehicle purchase. Well, this is the average consumer right here. The average consumer has $1,700 on vehicle purchase, but only $68 on finance charge. Now, some of you may or may not buy a vehicle purchase that specific year, but we like to use that because there's a decent chance that you might. Where else? Pablo stop. Healthcare is a big one. Come here. Right. Entertainment stayed flat. Look at it. Entertainment. Oh, 1849. Is that right? 1849. Let me just double check. Entertainment. Yeah, exact same amount. 1849, 1849. Crazy. And of course, the amount you're contributing to your Social Security and your 401k went down. But check this out now too. Their home value went from $87,000 to $245,000. Again, that's in today's dollars for 2019 dollars versus 1989 dollars. So that is inflated dollars. Their actual income, look at that, 42,000 is the exact same thing. It's the freaking humpback, man. It's a humpback. Shoops. Taxes went way down. Why did taxes go down? Because they're making Social Security is basically tax-free if you do it right. Their assets were growing relative to their debt, so they had a change. They had $9,000 an increase in assets, only $25 an increase in debt. Well, they're going on public assistance. No, $233 of public assistance. 80% are homeowners and 63 without a mortgage. I mean, this is 1989 to 2019. We go to 1984. It's the exact same thing, 1984 to 2014. It's all the same thing. I haven't graphed it out yet or charted it, but it's soon to be coming. Anyway, so check this out. Let's go back here. We'll just do a quick chart here. And blink. We're just going to do blink right there. Insert chart. And there, right there. There's literally their spending in inflated dollars. We can make it whatever that is, 37,000. It goes up, but notice it doesn't go up on a linear trajectory. That's the whole point. Anyway, more to come with my book. I love this stuff, dude. This doesn't blow away the freaking craziness about retirement planning. You need $1,000 million trillion. I don't know what else to sell you, man. I mean, look, but Josh, they're all going bankrupt. Where's the evidence of that, dudes? Where's the evidence? They're all going on public assistance. Where's the evidence? They're all, living in a van down by the river. 80% are homeowners and 63% own their homes. 63% own their homes. Not 63% of the 80% homeowners, 63% of the entirety of the population size that they surveyed. I think it's like 12,000 people. I don't trust the government. All right, so you don't think we went to the moon then? Well, I trust the government for that. I mean, just come on. Why are you pick and choose what you trust? It's crazy. Am I doing the same thing? Yeah, I'm using the BLS numbers. These are absolute. I mean, they could be lying. Absolutely. Okay. What else are you going to do? You see with your own very anecdotal eyes. As people age, they spend less. I guarantee you've seen that in your own lifestyle with other people. Maybe not you specifically, maybe in your parents, your grandparents. I guarantee you have much, much anecdotal evidence, empirical, observable, that shows as people age, they don't spend as much. I guarantee you do. And so if I can validate that, and you can too, then we say, well, the BLS numbers look pretty good to me, don't they? All right. Love your thoughts. This is just great stuff, man. All right, see you.